Hi, I'm Nicole Pardus. I am a partner at Long and Long in Greensburg, and I'm a member of the Westmoreland County Bar Association and the Pennsylvania Bar Association. I've been practicing for almost 9 years, and I practice in the areas of estate planning and administration and orphans court litigation. The thing I find most valuable about being a PBA member is for sure the connections that I've made. I think when you are new to the practice of law, it's very intimidating, but just being able to talk to the people in your practice area, outside of your practice area, but that are maybe the same age as you has been super helpful to me. Always being able to have someone to email and maybe not someone I work with every day. That might be nerve-wracking to email them, and especially you don't want to sound dumb. It just has really expanded my network. The advice I would give a new lawyer about joining the PBA is that, especially a young lawyer, is it has been so helpful to my practice being so involved with my county bar association, which is a unit county of the PBA, and the PBA itself. Because while, it feels like there's so much work to do when you're just getting started, you have all this, you have to do all this research, you have to write, you have to deal with clients. It is so important to find a community in the legal field, right? And the PBA, I think, really helps foster that community and encourages attorneys to not only be excellent attorneys, but also to have hobbies and meet people and have other goals and kind of think about their future. I was previously a member of the PBA's Bar Leadership Institute, or BLI, and it was how I kind of got my foot in the door at the PBA. When you hear about the County Conference of Bar Leaders or the annual meeting, it seems like, how do you go without knowing someone? BLI is kind of the path that I took, because when you're like, okay, I'm going to go and there's going to be this group and we're all going to be there together, it felt very nice to be able to have that. So did I have any issues with my firm supporting me in joining the PBA? The answer is no. I have very, very supportive partners now, and at the time, bosses. But I do think it's really hard for young members to get that buy-in from their firm. And the thing that I really think young members should stress to their firm is this is an opportunity for business development and growth as a lawyer. The biggest part about being a lawyer is that, yeah, you don't know anything when you're a new lawyer. You're learning so much, and mentorship is extremely important to that. The PBA and your local bar association provides those mentors that people inside your firm might not be able to provide or don't have time to provide. So it also takes that off, your partners or your boss's plates. What aspects of PBA engagement align best with my firm's goals are definitely community and impact and business development. In Westmoreland County, I've worked with the PBA to bring back the Wills for Heroes program. And as an estate planning attorney, that has been super impactful to our business, but also our community engagement, which leads to business. I think as lawyers, we do have a duty to give back. So that's super important to all of the people at my firm. But yeah, you want to see some growth in your own practice areas, and just being out in the community and people seeing you does really help that business development. Inspiring young attorneys to get involved with the PBA is, I think, kind of the hardest hurdle right now. Everyone is super busy. Everyone is, young families, lots to do, friends. The thing I really want to focus on for young lawyers is the community aspect of this. You don't want to feel alone as a lawyer. You want to feel like you're okay, or that you can have someone to go to when you're just feeling like, am I wrong about this legal issue? I just need some advice, or let's catch up about how being a mom is. And that's what I think community is so important. And you don't realize that maybe you need more people in your community that are on the same wavelength as you and are practicing attorneys. I think the biggest thing for young lawyers is showing their firm that the PBA is not a distraction, but a value add. And to do that, you really can push for young lawyers the business development aspect eventually. But for young lawyers, the most important thing is their growth as attorneys. The PBA helps and fosters and supports that so deeply. It's not just about the mentorship and community, but there's also so many supports in place through the PBA to help young lawyers grow that then takes the burden off those firms. There's resources and committees that are super valuable and important. And I think sometimes law firms don't see that the burden will then shift a little bit away from them into the PBA. I have seen a ton of new opportunities in business development from the PBA and my local bar association. Specifically from BLI, the Bar Leadership Institute is really interesting because you have so many attorneys from different practice areas all over the Commonwealth. So I've been referred many cases from my colleagues that were in BLI with me. I've referred cases to them. With the Wills for Heroes program, I've received referrals from that. And not even people that obviously come to the clinic, but people that see the articles in our local newspaper or in newsletters. That is a huge way to get business development, is just kind of getting your name out there.